And now I want to introduce to you Nathan McDaniel. He is Congressman Chip Roy's District Director. Congressman Chip Roy was to speak to us today, but he got suddenly called back to Washington to work. But we're glad he's here because we've heard him speak before, and I think you're going to be pleased. Come on up, Nathan.
Wow. They may have heard me speak before, but it surely wasn't to a group like this. I wish that all of you could see how beautiful you look right now. This group of pro-life Americans and patriots here with us today. Man. Amen. Actually, in fact, y'all are so beautiful. Just smile 1 second, okay? That's hashtag Texas Rally, TX Rally for Life. Well, I am honored to be with you here today, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your commitment to pro-life and family issues. The work that you do is essential to promoting the values that we all share. And Congressman Roy deeply regrets that he couldn't be here today, but as a personal privilege, his not being here allows me to be here, so take that for what it's worth. But he too believes that we should advance the culture of life at every single opportunity in our local governments, here at the state legislature, and also in Washington, D.C. He was proud to participate in the National March for Life in D.C. last week with the President and the Vice President and hundreds of thousands of pro-life Americans, several thousand Texans as well. He's working hard in Congress to fight for legislation to protect the unborn, and we must all fight together in the years ahead to continue bringing awareness to local and national policymakers. Nationally, as many people have already talked about, we are seeing the left celebrate shameful policies like those passed in New York, and I just can't express how grateful I am to live in Texas, a state that respects the sanctity of life. Within his first 15 days in office, Congressman Roy signed on to 6 different pro-life bills, including the Defund Planned Parenthood Act, the Life at Conception Act, and the No Taxpayer Funding for Abortion Act. In addition to these bills, Congressman Roy was proud to join several of his colleagues in sending President Trump a letter encouraging him to veto any legislation that would water down federal protections on life. And we were very proud to hear that last week President Trump sent a letter to Speaker Pelosi saying he intends to do just that with any of that type of legislation. Protecting the sanctity of life is a top priority for Chip, which is why we must continue to fight to completely defund Planned Parenthood and any organization that provides any abortions or their affiliates, because it is morally reprehensible that millions of pro-life Americans pay taxes to subsidize for those procedures, and that must end. As President Ronald Reagan famously once said, "I've noticed that everyone who is for abortion has already been born." You know, Congressman Roy ran his campaign as a principled conservative, and he was a proud pro-life advocate. The voters who elected him believe in the sanctity of life, and Congressman Roy will be a continuous voice and a fighter for those who cannot defend themselves. As Congressman Roy likes to say, choose life. Though life is not always perfect, each life is perfect. Please know that if Congressman Roy or I can ever be a resource to you in Texas or in DC or in any way at all, do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are with you in this fight, from Texas to Washington and in between. Please work with us. Thank you all for being here. God bless you and God bless America. Thank you.
Well, you know we can't do this by ourselves. You came with a group that possibly brought you on a bus. How many of you came on a bus? Whoa.